Greetings and salutations, I'm Big Brother. I'm here for a preview of the big doll sale, a 2-day doll sale, July 17th and July 18th. It's going to be a two-part video. First, I'll be showcasing July 17th, which I do believe is a Friday. And then part 2 will be July 18th. And there we go. So let's get on with it. All right, to give you a rundown, like I said, this is a 2-day doll auction. Everything I'm scrolling by here is going to be Friday sale. Pretty much everything over here and everything over here. And in the second video, I'll go through and show you this stuff. If you're interested in anything you see, reach out to the Baxter Auction. They do provide shipping, providing it's not too big or heavy. Or reach out to me and I'll do the best I can to get what you want. If I go too fast, just pause the video, take a look, and go from there. Meanwhile, enjoy the video. Oh yeah, I do pretty good with these. These do fairly well. Ragdolls. If you see something you're interested, maybe I can pick up for a reasonable amount, just put the short description of the doll and the timestamp in the comments below, and I'll contact you or reach out to my email, Big Bro Auctions. Look on my lives, I have my information there. And I can contact you by email and we can talk about price and all that. Composite body parts, worth looking into. Quilted, definitely. Tin, metal. Anybody? 3-foot doll. More big old dolls. How cute. Of course, there's always boys up here. Kimberly Originals. And of course, the inevitable Boyds. Which right now, Boyds are doing fairly well. They are for me. Riding a polar bear. Look at that gown. Bears, bears, and bears. There are certain bears that fetch good money. Honestly, most of them go between 10 and 25. 25 for the larger ones, of course, with tags. Yeah. Marionette. cast iron. That's not cast iron, that's pot metal. Look at this. Oh yeah. That big old thing. Cabbage Patch sewing machine. 2 of them in box. Any Cabbage Patch collectors out there? Yeah. Baxter Auction is known for their doll sales, amongst a couple other sales. Clock sales, they come up here a lot for clock sales. Let's see if I can get some of this. There we go. Suzanne Gibson. It's an okay life. In the box. Marie Osmond porcelain. Never removed from box. Here she is. Make sure I put it back the way I got it. Be respectful of this place. Apparently my videos have increased people coming out here, made them aware of the place. You might not see everything. Oh, looky there. She's been tanning a bit much. Yeah, so I thought. These are the porcelain storybooks. If you look them up, they do well. The plastic ones, not so much. The newer ones, not so much. But the vintage ones do. Doll case. More storybook dolls. Charlotte. More bears. Porcelain. Sleepy eye. Wigs. Always do well with parts. I'm never afraid to pick up parts. I cater to a lot of repair people. Of course, I always have the ubiquitous doll stands. If you're interested in doll stands, let me know. QVC doll. Look at this big old Madam Alexander. Some more heads. What the? Look at this. But ideal. Pixar. Porcelain. When you buy a porcelain doll, you need to feel around here to make sure, or just look if you can, to make sure it hasn't been cracked. Because any damage to the porcelain head just kills the value, period. So, if you're out there, make sure you check those. More doll patterns. Doll dress patterns. I've got a few of those in my shop and I've been selling them like crazy. Depending on the brand. You know, minimum $8 each. I've sold some for 25, but those were tawnies. A box of bears. Parts. I said I wanted to get out of the doll business, and I do. But there are certain things that I will buy. Parts. And doll dress patterns. And here's some ephemera, and I'm all about ephemera. So, it's a doll museum. I've seen that before. Look at these. Yeah, and I've sold plenty of these in my life to know. Don't buy them unless they're uncut. Or, if they're from the 40s or before, you can buy them cut. Just make sure you have as much as the complete that you can. But typically, if you need to buy them uncut, which means nothing's been taken out of the book. A bag of babies. Uh-oh, looky here. Made in Japan. And those sell for a lot because, well, they're kind of rare. More doll things. Snoozing on the job. Look at this. And a couple ladies behind. Excuse me, ladies. These look like boys. Well, that one's not, but this one is. See, I might be interested in a box like this. This is a flat one thing in this box. This is called a flat, and a lot of times they'll sell things by the flat. Like all these paper dolls here. I've been buying these for a long time now. Competition is getting fierce for these because I think other people finally figured out they sell. But, you know, something like this. Princess Di, 8 to 10. Things like this, 8 to 10. These Tom Turneys, they don't sell great. You know, you're looking at maybe $6 for those. There, that might be looking into. That might be like a $10 to $15 book. That looks old. That's probably a $20, $25 piece. You know, I've done this enough that I don't really need to comp them. Yeah, I might be wrong with some of the prices, but I'm not off by much. So, you know, I might go after the whole flat. If I can get the whole flat for, say, I don't know, $40, 35 to $40, then, you know, I can piece them out and make my money. And you hope to get them less than that. But here at the doll auction, they move fast. And you got to be watching. If your stuff comes up, and you're not there, you're in the bathroom chit-chatting with somebody else, it could be sold and you not even known it. And that's happened to me more than a few times. But, you know, life of the auction. Porcelain. I don't know what these are. Made in Japan. So when I shut this video off, we'll be making day 2, which will be video number 2. Please go check it out. You have plenty of time to make up your mind. All the links to the Baxter Auction will be below. Go to the website. You can go to, give them a call and ask them about a certain something. You can put in a proxy bid, which means, or you can be on the phone and bid as it's going on. But you got to be Johnny on the spot because the auction moves fast. So if the guy on the phone says, would you do $22.50? You got to tell him yes or no. You can't be hesitant. And they appreciate your expediency. See, this looks like definitely something worth selling. Look at that. Oh yeah, see, I'd put a high tag on that. I'm not comping it out, I'm guessing. It's handmade, it's wooden, it's dolls, doll related. I stopped selling dolls because the doll market was dying. Well, guess what? It's picking back up. things happen in waves. Things that we like. These are small boxes. I wouldn't pay more than 10 bucks for the whole box. You do get charged tax from Indiana, which is 7%. If you pay with a card, it's an additional 3%. And, yeah. And they do have a premium. I believe it's 10. I really never paid much attention to it. I've been coming up here for 15 years, 16 years. So I'm kind of like one of the regulars. Which is why they allow me to come in and film when no one else is here. They trust me. I trust them. And here's... Typically the stuff on the shelves is at the end of a sale. And the stuff goes cheap. You know, they're looking to get out of here. Because they put in long hours. Yeah. And, you know, they might do... Anybody want choice? Nobody says no, and they'll say all of it. If nobody bids, then they'll go, okay, this shelf and this shelf, starting bid 5. And that's how they work. So, you know, you can pick up a lot of things for a pretty good price. Now, okay, we got the cabbage patch. Creamy. Some creamies. Creamy twins. So. Yeah, so, oh yeah, forgot. This one last shelf on the end is always worthwhile looking at because it's typical. Oh yeah, porcelain dolls. Look at these. Ornaments. So, that's what we got for day one. You see all the big things along the top shelf. All this and more could be yours on the prices adequate. All right, this is a continuation of day one. It's probably only been a couple seconds for you, but the kitty cat. Big old Madam Alexander. Look at that. Look at that nice thing. Book on Madam Alexander dolls. Probably wouldn't hurt to grab that, honestly. These are all MA dolls. Alexander dolls. Look at that peach dress. I've sold these before on another channel that I sell on called the Black Widow Web. I have her links below. That's Sunday, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. On Sundays, we'll be off for Father's Day. But after that, it's back to the grind. And she does pop-ups from time to time, so it doesn't hurt to give her a follow. And, of course, my channel. And I have auctions on Tuesdays, 7:45 Eastern. More MA dolls. Yeah. These dolls. I'm not going to get into this. It's hard to get through here. It's haunted. Katrina Bear. Book on Q-piece. Everybody should learn their Q-piece. Q-piece sell, especially Rose O'Neil. This might be something to look into. And, oh yeah, postcards. Come to Papa. Okay. I'll definitely be looking that up, because that is my wheelhouse. Fur skins. I've sold a couple of these fur skins. All of them have a boot like this. That's how you know it's a fur skin. That, and it has a mark on it. Kind of hard to skip. More porcelain and plaster of Paris. Box of clothes. Honestly, these usually go for about 40 to 50 bucks for an entire box of that depth. There are a lot of ladies here that collect and sell. Mostly sell. They say they collect and they lie, but you know, they also collect. Aw, he's cute. Little bunny. Don't think that this isn't worth anything. That's not true. You know, that could very well be a high dollar piece. Just because it's beat up, it just means it's loved. You know, some people want that loved look and feel. I've sold them. A lot of used toys. Oh my God. Shout out to Selena. And some bathtubs. I used to sell lots of dollhouse furniture, but I stopped because that market crumbled. There's certain names you need to look out for that I will buy, but most of them no. Oh my goodness. Your eyes. She's been up too long. And wow. Nancy Ann's, a whole bunch of them. I bet I get them cheaper than what we did at the estate sale. But, you know, maybe not. These Nancy Ann's are worth some money. Okay. That's it. That's everything on day one. Everything over there, not over here, but all that along here, everything along this wall, all these, and everything over here. And that's all going to be day one. Day one is probably going to be about 9 hours of they're burning through them. They might not get done with everything, but they'll get close. They're pretty good about it. They've done this a lot. As a matter of fact, they're world record holders for, there you go. And it was a doll auction. So yeah, they sold things out of a museum. Museums call these people. They send representatives from museums when they have those right kind of dolls. Anyway, that's what I got for you. Everybody have a great day. Ta-ta for now.